Hi everyone, it's Jenny here to welcome you all to a look ahead at the week of February 16th to 22nd. We begin with a look at a couple of news stories, but first a word from our sponsor.
Here at Bryden Farm we're wishing we could go tap the trees and make maple syrup. We've been having a lot of days with temperatures near +5 and nights of -5. Yet, after last year's drought, which the trees are still recovering from, we've decided not to tap the trees this year. Tapping trees doesn't usually hurt them, but we want to help ensure all our trees get the best opportunity to thrive. That's also why we do things the old, more natural ways. Which of course results in quality woodland pastured heritage pork and poultry. We invite you to plan now to come embrace the fun at Bryden Farm, where the tea is always on and the coffee's not far behind. Call ahead though. You can reach us at 90290707770.
Now for a look ahead at a couple of developing news stories. The first asks, how is a 130 km crack on Lake Erie, stretching from Ontario to Ohio, connected to global warming? A dramatic 130 km crack recently formed across the frozen surface of Lake Erie as the lake reached roughly 95 to 96% ice coverage during this winter's deep freeze. Satellite images show one of the most complete freezes in decades. Experts say the crack is a natural break in the ice, formed by wind, temperature changes, and pressure as the frozen surface expands and moves. Lake Erie's shallow depth helps it freeze faster than the other Great Lakes, which is why cracks like this appear during extreme cold snaps. Where global warming fits in is more subtle. Over decades, the Great Lakes are warming on average, which tends to reduce ice coverage overall and change how quickly ice forms and melts. But individual events like this near-complete freeze are still possible, and still normal, even in a warming climate, say scientists. Now here's something not so eerie. Our second news story is about Mike Dawson, the Conservative MP for Miramichi-Grand Lake in New Brunswick, who has publicly said he will refuse the upcoming annual pay raise set to take effect April 1st. Dawson described the approximate $8,000 increase for MPs as frankly distasteful at a time when many Canadians are struggling with the rising cost of living. MPs currently receive a base salary of about $209,800, and the increase comes from a formula tied to wage trends in the private sector. Dawson sent a letter to the House of Commons clerk asking for his pay to be frozen, a move that has sparked debate among his parliamentary colleagues. And has even drawn some heckling from within his own party caucus. He's also getting kudos from Canadians, and from us here at Country Air Radio. Now, here's Michelle with your community events.
Hello, Michelle here with a look ahead at your community events for the week of February 16th to 22nd. Beginning with Monday, February 16th. Kentville Legion Veterans Club meets at 6:30 p.m. in the upstairs hall at the Kentville Legion. Open to all CAF and RCMP veterans, serving or retired. Enjoy camaraderie, PS2 gaming, card and board games, and refreshments. Membership not required. Tuesday, February 17th. Shrove Tuesday Pancake Supper at the Kiwanis Club in Liverpool. Enjoy pancakes while supporting youth volunteers from Key Club and Native Council Youth Group. All proceeds benefit community projects. Museum of Natural History in Halifax hosts Little Explorers from 10 to 11 a.m. for children under 5 and caregivers. Explore nature with stories, puppet shows, real specimens, and tree block building. Topic: Teeth. Adults must stay with children, no registration required. Rod Wilson, MLA and NDP health critic, invites residents to share their experiences accessing healthcare in Nova Scotia before the legislature sits. Register and submit feedback online. Cozy letter-writing evenings at Rosefinch Mercantile and Tea Room from 6 to 8 p.m. Bring your favorite pen and stationery or pick some up at the Tea Room. Enjoy tea, sweets, and excellent company. Drop-ins welcome. Wednesday, February 18th. The MacDonald Museum hosts What to Read Wednesdays, highlighting Birchtown and the Black Loyalists. Explore the story of formerly enslaved Black Americans who settled near Birchtown after fighting in the American Revolutionary War. Thursday, February 19th. Try snowshoes and kick sleds with Cora at Middleton Rotary Raceway Park from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Equipment provided or borrow, guided instruction included. Theater production, 12 Angry Jurors at YRC Playhouse, 1 hour, directed by James Turpin. Friday, February 20th. 12 Angry Jurors continues at YRC Playhouse. Open mic song circle, 2 to 4 p.m., 7 Arts Studio, Greenwood. Bring your instrument for a casual community jam. Friday and Saturday, February 20th and 21. Winter Warmers, a one-act play festival featuring short plays and monologues blending comedy and heartfelt moments. Win free tickets online by liking and sharing. Saturday, February 21st. Ham and scallop potatoes takeout supper, St. James Anglican Church. Ropework Workshop, Scotian Shores, 5 to 7:30 p.m. at Wesley Heritage Community Center. Adults only, rope provided, pay what you can. RSVP required. Sunday, February 22nd. Free try-it sledge hockey at West Hants Sports Complex, 8 to 9 p.m. Open to ages 8+ and all abilities. Equipment provided. A reminder that Tuesday, February 28th is the deadline for the Nova Scotia Art and Crafts Show 2026 applications. Apply online to showcase handmade work at Cedar Event Centre in Halifax, November 6th to 7th. Also, all through the month of February. Miller Point Peace Park in Lunenburg hosts I Spy Something Red for the Nova Scotia Lobster Crawl. Spot lobsters with letters, unscramble the forward message, and email it to win prizes. Fun for all ages and free. That's it for this week's A Look Ahead at Country Air Radio from Yarmouth to Halifax through the Annapolis Valley and along the South Shore. If you'd like to have your events heard on air, found in our Country Air Radio app and promoted across our multimedia platforms and social networks, please post them to our classified ads page at countryairradio.com.
Hi, Chris here, with a look ahead at this week's weather for Bear River. Sunday, February 15th. A mix of sun and cloud with flurries ending this afternoon. Snowfall totals 2 to 4 centimeters. Winds west 20 km per hour becoming northwest 20 gusting to 40 in the morning. High around 0 with a morning wind chill near -8. UV index 1, low. Tonight, partly cloudy. Northwest winds 20 km per hour gusting to 40 becoming light. Low -8. Wind chill near -11. Monday, February 16th. A mix of sun and cloud with light winds up to 15 km per hour high +3. Wind chill -8 in the morning. UV index 2, low. Monday night, cloudy. Low -1. Tuesday, February 17th. Cloudy with a high of +4. Tuesday night, cloudy. Low +1. Wednesday, February 18th. Mainly cloudy with a chance of flurries. High around +1. Wednesday night, cloudy with a chance of flurries. Low -4. Thursday, February 19th. Cloudy with a mix of sun and cloud. High near -2. Thursday night, clear. Low -6. Friday, February 20th. Sunny skies. High -1. Friday night, clear. Low -4. Saturday, February 21st. Cloudy with a 60% chance of flurries. High +1. Saturday night, cloudy with a chance of flurries. Low -3. Stay tuned to Country Air Radio for the latest local weather updates throughout the week. On air and on our Country Air Radio website. For local weather, news, tides, and community events, please get our Country Air Radio app or visit those pages countryairradio.com.